Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening related videos. Today I will be refreshing the soil and getting ready to do my first direct sow planting in the edible garden. As you know, all the edible stuff are in some sort of a container. So for example, the pumpkins, the corn, the peppers, the strawberries, whatever it is I end up planting are going to go here. And of course, you know, I have a peach and a cherry tree in a container closer to the house. But most of the things that I end up eating are in this, I'm going to be planting in these grow bags. Now, these are last year's soil, which I will not be discarding. I will be showing you a mix of what I do, which is really compost and potting mix to kind of refresh the soil. So this would be an absolute waste if I threw this away because it's still dirt. I mean, dirt is dirt. So I am going to add compost, add fresh potting soil to each of these bags. These I got on Amazon. I think I bought 2 packs of 18, and I don't remember, I think it was $19. I don't remember, but they are pretty good. None of them have actually torn, and they look good. They looks like they would be more likely a 5-gallon. And I've planted a lot of stuff in here, guys. I've planted corn, zucchini, peppers, green beans over the last 2.5 years. So I'm going to stick with the grow bags because, one, I have clay soil and I have a lot of critters running around, so I don't really plant edible stuff in the ground. So what else we have here? So you'll see this plant right there. That's actually a blueberry that has been pretty much evergreen the whole time, but never really given me blueberries. But I'm actually beginning to see some flowering here, so I might get some blueberries this year. These here are, these were beer root strawberries I bought from Home Depot. I think I bought like 20 of them, and they just gave me foliage. Nothing really happened. And then yesterday I came outside and I saw these. So looks like I might be getting strawberries this year, guys. I just need to fertilize them because they are fruits and they're going to need a lot of fertilizer to get them going. So there's another one with some little baby strawberries in there. So let me show you my process. I need to move these. These are not edible. These are plants that I have stuck here because I don't have nowhere else to put them. But, and I have a rose bush, like, I don't know why it's there. So I'm going to move that, refresh all this soil, and I'll show you what I end up doing. As per usual, guys, this is the compost that I use. This is my favorite compost. One, because it's cheap, and I don't need a lot of compost. I don't need to buy bulk compost. But this black velvet mushroom compost has done really, really well for me, both in my flower garden and in my edible garden. So I really, really like it. It's black velvet mushroom compost. It's weed-free and odorless. And of course, you guys know my favorite potting mix is the Kellogg Organics. Because the drainage is so great, I have no problems with this potting mix at all. Some potting mix, they stay a little bit too wet. I'm not sure if they have too much peat moss or whatever it is in there, but the plants never really get a chance to really completely dry out. So I prefer this one. Now, I'm not saying I don't buy other stuff for other parts of the gardening journey, but this is the preferred. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix the compost and the potting mix together in the wheelbarrow. And then I will grab maybe a couple of handfuls and top dress all of these grow bags so that not just top dress, but put at least another 4 to 6 inches of that new soil mix and compost mix in here. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on this video or later on. I might plant what I have, but if I end up planting, let me show you what I have. Now, I don't have a lot this year. When I first started this garden, I went ham and I was planting everything, even things that I didn't even eat or like, because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to plant some stuff. But this year, I'm planting what I actually like to eat and what grew really, really well. So I love pumpkins. I love everything pumpkin related. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin muffins, pumpkin everything. So and just like steamed pumpkin, I really, really love. So I have this Fairy Moore's pumpkin here, which is the Lady Godiva. I have this spinach here, Space Hybrid. I have Muncher Cucumber. I have Okra Emerald. I have these green beans here, garden bean. Of course, I love me some winter squash, some butternut squash. Looks like I should have planted this in the winter, but it's going to get planted here in April, guys. Okay, then we have the Tuscany hybrid cantaloupe. I love cantaloupes. I planted watermelons last year, but I really planted it for my family because I'm not a lover of watermelons. I did taste it and it was absolutely sweet, and I really, really felt accomplished by planting these watermelons. But me personally don't love watermelons. I gave it to my family and they enjoyed it. This is sweet peppers. This is the Grand Bell mix. And of course, corn. I love corn. So this is all I'm planting this year, guys. And I'm going to be planting maybe 3 containers of each. So I might have seeds left over, but I'm going to plant everything because I don't want to waste the seeds and then misplace them and then have them sitting there for a year. Now, all of these I purposely waited to direct sow, guys. As you know, I don't have any space in the house to be doing seedlings and seed starts and bringing them out and having to harden them off. And so what I did was I waited. My last frost date was actually April 15th. So I'm right in the thick of things here to start planting. So let's get the mix going and I'll show you what I end up doing. Okay, guys, so that is pretty much mixed up. It doesn't have to be completely mixed up and be nice and, all mixed up, so long as it's together. Well, so now what I'll do is I'll head back over to the grow bags and pretty much put 4 inches on the old soil. And then, of course, once I plant these things and they germinate and I fertilize, then I will have the combination of the compost, the nutrients from the compost, and the nutrients from the fertilizer. Okay, guys, so I've top dressed all the containers and I've placed, um, I figured out where I'm going to put what. So, for example, I'm going to put the peppers here. So I'll probably do 4 peppers, 4 different grow bags of peppers, 4 different grow bags of spinach, 4 different grow bags of everything, because I have a lot of seeds and of course some won't germinate. So all I'm really going to do, guys, is I'm going to just poke my finger in here and drop I know, look at my finger. I'm going to poke my finger in here and get the seeds in, and then I have these Dollar Tree labels that I'm gonna mark and kind of stick them in here so I don't actually forget what it is. So let me get those planted, and then I'll water them in, and then I'll show you the end result. So here's a close-up, guys. I just pretty much use my finger and poke a hole, push the seed in there. So I have 3 seeds in here. Hopefully all 3 germinate, but if only one germinates, that's fine. And then I pretty much cover it and water it in. So far I've planted the grand bell peppers. So there are 4 grand bell peppers here. These 4 are green beans. Next up are muncher cucumbers. Same idea, guys. Just poke my finger in there, drop the seed in there, and I put 3 in each of these. But when they get big, I will bring this down to 1 because cucumbers need a lot of food and they take a lot of energy to produce a lot of cucumbers. So in the end, it's only going to be 1 cucumber in this once it starts sprouting. So I will definitely thin it out once it comes up. So I'll put 3 here, 3 there, and again, just like the peppers and the green beans, there will be 4. So let me get everybody done, and then I'll water them in, and I'll show you everything in the end. Okay, guys, so I'm done with the first round of planting, and this is what my little edible garden looks like. Not much compared to the rest of the ornamental garden. As you see, the ornamental garden is a whole nother beast, but there's really only 2 of us here, so there's no need for a whole ginormous setup. This does the trick for the both of us. So I've got butternut squash, I've got cantaloupe, I've got pumpkins, I've got green beans, I've got cucumbers, and I've got peppers, okra, and corn. Now, again, like I mentioned earlier, this is the blueberry, and I'm finally seeing some movement on it. I had this thing for 2 years, and it really hasn't done anything, but this year I'm seeing that. So I made sure I put some compost here to give it a little bit more zing. And over here are the strawberries, which I have some baby strawberries on there. So I quickly fertilize that. So please follow along the channel and see the progress of the edible garden. If you like, please subscribe, please comment, please share. I truly appreciate all your likes, all your comments, and of course your subscriptions. Again, follow along to see the progress of the garden. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.